Hello all, in today's video we're going to go over the raid mechanics and the recent changes to the High Priest raid. So let's look at the patch notes first. Over here they mentioned about the curing part, that there'll be 3 less calls in the raid, so the percentages have changed. In addition to that, when you go in the auras, there'll be a time lapse, like 10 seconds or so, that you could go in and out. And what does that translate into? Basically, when you're getting cured, before the patch, you would go in the aura. Imagine it like a donut. There's a hole in the center. So if you go in too deep, you're actually exiting the aura and then coming back out, and that would auto fail you. So I've seen it happen many times that you happen to go in there and then you come back out. Some people are going too far in, and then it would fail. The other thing that they added was once you get cured, if you get stuck in there for a duration, it won't auto fail you, because what happens sometimes, people got stunned in the aura and they did get cured, but they just happened to be in there and then they got stunned, then it would fail. So very important thing here is when we completed this achievement, we told people not to rely on Gina or any audio triggers because it could lag, and time is precious when curing these things. So what we made sure is folks visually look at their buff bar, because we know the percentages that will come out. So purification, see how it's like a blue dragon here? That is always southeast. And then the other icon, the black icon, it looks like, Mr. Clean, like a guy with his shoulders crossed and he's leaning back to his left, like to our left. That's always northwest. So always look for these 2 icons, right? And then when the percentage goes, and then you get cured appropriately. Super important. Okay, so that's what that thing is, that patch note was, and then the next one that they adjusted was raid adjusted some hit points by 10% or less. For sure they did. The rectors, they had a ton of hit points, a lot of hit points. Alright, so let's look at the new percentages. And this I'll put in the descriptions for all the raid leaders or players that are working on this one. So 99%, once you kill the statue, of course, the 2 flying acolytes and 1 rector spawns. 81 ground rectors. Also, you'll get your Oriet's Bane. Cures are going to be at 75, 69, 63. It would be 12 people to each corner, so 24 people will get called total. 59% is going to be your first set of ads, 2 flyers and 2 ground acolytes, and we'll talk about how to deal with the ads once we watch the video. Cures 57, cures 51, and also ads at 51. Then, I don't think I need to read this. We're going to see it in the video as well. So there's that. So real quick discussion over the achievements. Undelivered. Basically, at 40% messengers will spawn. You need to mez them. You need good enchanting team, and I was very blessed. We have great enchanters, and actually I do play enchanter, but I didn't need to mez any. They handle it entirely themselves. You do need to load a level 2 mez. This way you could just chain mez it. 3 mezes, single target, will make the messenger go away. Kill the body. We did not get this achievement in the video, but basically what it is during the first part, here, when you're killing the 2 flight acolytes or rector, you kill the acolytes before the rector, and then at a later phase, I think it's at the 35 or 43%, maybe 43%. Yeah, 43% sounds right. The rectors return, and you just gotta kill the acolytes first when they return, and then kill the rectors. And maybe I'll make a video of that when we redo that achievement, but that's how you do it, and then you push forward and beat the event as normal. Unrepentant Impure. This was the hardest one, and big shout out to Allison for helping, leading us through this. Basically, I feel that this achievement is as hard as the Maratus one in recent times, because it requires the entire raid to be spot on, and it's extremely difficult, and that's what this video is going to showcase, is everybody curing and doing it properly, which is really good. And it took a lot of attempts, don't get me wrong. This is a hard achievement, and we definitely had to reset and die, and lots of emotions in the process. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get to the video. I'm being retarded. Let me find it. Sorry about that. I really should have had that ready. Okay, here we go. Alright, I put it on two times speed just to make it go a little bit quicker. Here we go. So, let me do this. We'll leave it out there. Alright, so in this raid here, fortunately we have a full raid. Some of us are boxing. In this video I am boxing 3 tunes in this one. I don't suggest it for many people. It was extremely stressful as well as raid leading. So we started off, we killed the statue. I started the video after that just to save a little bit of time. Let me go back just a second here. I didn't mention one thing. If you notice, we kill the rectors on the raid itself. And we'll go over the position here in a second. The rectors are always tanked on the raid itself because the rectors don't have abilities. The flying acolytes have a frontal to them, and we'll see the position when we kill them. So we're DPSing here. Next ads are going to be at 81. And that should be okay. Not too intrusive there. As you see, even in the full raid and hit points lowered, it's still taking a little bit of time, but it's faster than it was before, believe it or not. Here we go. So at 81, we'd say stop the dots, slow it down, because the next phase is 75. So if lots of dots are running while we're curing the ads, bad times. So now it's the ground acolytes, and as well as the rector. Rector again is placed right on the raid. It's back turn, and Sheiks is kiting. All the ground acolytes are always kited. Sheiks and the Shadow Knights are kiting, and this is basically the kite path. The grounders always spawn on the west, and he's kiting it east to west and whatnot. Having a bard with the kiters is very important. So you see him in the background? That's him kiting it over there. The ground ones do have a blur mechanic when they do their spine thing, but it's range. So if you're outrunning it, it won't blur. It's only if you get hit by it. The main top aggro loses a bit of aggro. So as long as you stay ahead of it and avoid the spine, you'll be fine. Alright, so the 81% is done. Now it's smooth sailing. First cures at 75. We just keep on chugging away. There's no need to slow down because it's just cures. At 75, you're going to see people just run off. We're going to get ready to look for your cures. Every time we say that, get your cures. So there you see I go forward, go in, go out, and done. If you see me stop moving for a period of time, that's because I got multiple tunes, and you see friggin' my other box got cured. Both get cured, go back. At times you're going to see me standing there, all 3 of my tunes standing, because I got emoted 3 times, so like 1 on each tune in different corners, so you'll see me doing that as well. Alright, so keep on chugging away. Next cure is 69. Say, okay, go. I'm rebuying my glyphs there, cause it's so shit. Alright, go, get cures. Looks like I only got 1 tune, that one there. Next cure is at 63, and we'll see it there. It was very exciting. Definitely the adrenaline was rushing each attempt. We've gotten it as low as failing at 13 and then failing at 10. It's like, oh, we got this, guys. Alright, here we go. Cure is out at 63. And you see how my screen changes color as well, right? So there's that. Now, friggin' my shaman over there get cured, and now we get back. So most important, I don't, I don't suggest that if you do box, get cured, stop outside your ult deal, don't run back or whatnot. Just make sure all your guys are cured before you come back. Alright, so what are we at? 59. So the ads are up. So say stop DPSing. Pull your pets off. Again, pet control, DPS control is critical. So the flyers do have a frontal, so we always face them to that south wall away from the raid. This is important. While this is happening, Sheiks and the kiting crew, the Shadow Knights, are kiting it. And we save our burns and buttons for that because DPS in boss is easy. Saving your your epics and all that stuff for the ads is the most important thing. So there we go, that's dead. Now we're wait for the one to come in. The ground types have a point blank area effect, and multiple tanks should fight for aggro on on the same side because of the blur mechanic. This is me dealing with the raid tool mid-raid. Alright, so we deal with the last ad, and then we get back to it. So we are at 58. So this is why DPS control is so important. Even without us on it, maybe the lingering dots and whatnot, it could have brought it to 57, and then we had to deal with the ads and curing. So in this video here, it's very important. You'll see we only deal with cures or ads independently unless it happens at the same time. Alright, so get cures. Multiple of my tunes get there. See all three of my tunes just there? They got it. So there's plenty of time, and that's another thing that you need to instill in the raid force. Do not rush. Deep breaths. Look at your debuff. If there's enough time for me to do 3 tunes, there's enough time for most people to do 1, because I'm not the best boxer. For sure. Alright, so next cure calls again. And this was what, the 51% one, where it was both of them at the same time. The 51 is important because if your tanks get emoted, they need someone to shout out, say, hey, I gotta get cured, and another tank taunted off them so that they can get cured. Very important is if this, for example, it's a flyer that's being done, that secondary tank needs to be facing it away from the raid, otherwise you will get blasted. Alright, so there we go, 1549. Next one is 45 cures, so a little bit of breathe before it, but you still gotta deal with the ads. Over here there's a slight delay in bringing it mob in because of the spine. There's triggers for this one, and again, all our triggers and everything that we use in our raids, it's open. All you guys do is just message me on Discord and I will send it to you. So while we're doing this, poor tanks, they're flipping the dragon face forward, back forward for like hours as we were attempting this one. So good job to Dropton and Helis and Hagrin for doing this for so long as we were pushing for this achievement. If you notice, green aura is bad with the dragon. That's me getting cured. the dragon's frontal or rear, it will have a green aura, and basically the tank needs to flip it accordingly so that the green aura never hits the raid. That being said, and very important, hopefully folks are still listening to this part of the video, it did not reset well, meaning if you fail the attempt for whatever reason and you redo it in the same DZ, the green aura was bouncing all over the place and would not change with the dragon direction. So definitely that seems like a bug that happened in the mechanics. So every time we failed, we had to get a new DZ. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so there was a little bit of aggro weirdness there with the grounder types. And we push forward. There's a dead beast lord there. Okay, 41 was another big one, I believe. No, 48 starts the messenger, sorry. It's 27 where it is. No. Yeah, 27 is the cures and adds. Okay, so messengers, basically if you look at the map here, at starting at 40%, they spawn from the west ramp, and then they path, if you follow my mouse, towards the dragon. So the raid itself does not need to move up to the hallway. They can move up a little bit further away, but the closer they are to the raid is fine. And then they just need to cycle NPC or make a messenger hotkey or mouse target from a distance and start mezzing from the raid itself. As long as the messenger doesn't reach the dragon, the raid achievement is intact and it's fine. They don't need to run up, without AE heals or whatnot. You could just chill at the raid and do what you need to do. And you'll see at times I'm going to be trying to target them. I think I'm buffing here, but I'll try and target them, and my enchanter team is awesome. They get it before I even need to. So. Alright, cures. Again, keep in mind this is at 2 times speed, guys, so make sure that your entire raid force is goes to the bathroom, gets their drinks before anything, because it takes a while. Best is slow rolling it for sure. This way you're not dealing with multiple cures or adds at the same time. Alright, 34%. Everything is going as planned, and it's always the same mechanic. Once the messenger spawns, nothing changes as far as what people need to do. It's getting cures, kiting the ground ones, and killing the flyers facing away from the raid. And that's it. Most critical thing is pulling the pets off, stopping dots at the proper time, and obviously focusing on the ads. Because it's the ads and the curing that's going to kill the raid, not the dragon itself. Well, it could if it's not flipped properly, but yeah. So this really needs a good coordination and good solid team, well-rounded in different areas. So this is why we're showcasing and explaining it, because it's not going to be easy for folks. But at least this is going to give folks a good idea of what they need. Alright, so here's very important. 33% is cures, and we didn't push it, if you notice. So again, excellent DPS control, pet swarm control, making hotkeys swarm leave or swarm attack or whatnot. Get cures. There. Yeah, I did tell the raid force, we're coming back here every day. We're not killing any target till this is done, because this is one of those things where it has to be instilled in everyone's mind, like how to get cured and things like that. And we really wanted it. We really wanted Vanquisher done for the expansion. Alright, getting cures. This was the 27%. As you saw there, we pushed it and we got, well, I got cured and many others got cured before the ads actually spawned. So that's important as well. When you know those big numbers, be prepared to try and get cured quicker if possible. Over here I was yelling at them, swarm pets, swarm pets! And then they pulled them off, or some of them killed them. Again, a little bit of aggro issues there, but it's fine, we kill it. See the messengers there? The enchanters were running forward and mezzing them before I could even do anything. So again, good job. Enchanters, yay! Alright, so what are we at here? 26%? So next stuff happens at 21 for cures, and next set of ads at 19. So home stretch. At this point, everyone is getting a little tense, a little nervous, because you're almost there. For sure, high emotions. I, not gonna lie, I had trouble sleeping. And my biggest suggestion from one raid leader to another is temper your own emotions. It's going to be hard. And here's one that I'm trying to mess here. Mistakes will happen, right? And if it's individuals that, it rarely happens and you know they're a good person, it's okay. Just shrug it off. Shit happens. Everyone could make a mistake. I've made numerous mistakes myself, so no one is ever perfect. But on the same token, if there's someone that is truly struggling, there's no problem in asking them to sit out, and you DZ add them if there's space allowed for the credit. You got to do what's best for the raid force, and just proper communications and explaining, and hopefully people understand that they're struggling, and it's okay. Everyone will get the achievement. This will be done multiple times for sure for folks, if you're able to do it, that is, and should not worry. But the needs of the whole are way more important than individual pride. So, raid leader, just again temper your emotions and just communicate well without trying to make people feel bad. Is my only suggestion. Alright, so almost there. So killing the ad, it's at 18 right now, so next thing is cures at 15. We're like, oh, starting to shake a little bit. Here we go, almost there. 15% cures. And if you notice here, I'm starting to position myself facing one of the auras. So if I do get emoted, it's a 50-50 chance I'm going in the correct direction. And that one, no, but at least I'm facing getting prepared. Alright, 11% ads. We're going to say stop DPS again, because we don't want to push it to 9. So as soon as the ads spawn, we say pull your pets off, stop your stuff. Ads up, stop DPS, get ready for ads. Another thing is excellent pet control. When we said stop DPS, people for the most part pulled off pets off. And then I think here I say gash for your pet, and then you're going to see it get run away soon. There it goes. And then the pets never attacked the mobs before they were in camp. That's a big thing for me. Uh, they waited till it was in proper position. So again, good discipline. At this point, for sure, heavy breathing is started. Definitely sighing a lot, getting ready. Tensions blurring. Here we're like, oh, it just ticked down. Who's DPSing the boss? We're like, stop DPS. We don't want to deal with the cures yet. Oh, for sure we're in rage timer as well. So the radiant present trigger is off. Alright, 2 more cures to go, guys. Let's go. Push it down to 9. Get your cures. I get myself positioned. Get cures. This is where Friggin was getting cured. See, Friggin's out there. And now I run him back. Okay, guys. 3%. Ads and last cures. Let's not mess this up. Get cures quickly, please, because the ads will be spawning. Go, go, go. Alright, get your cures. Less cures, guys. Don't mess this up. Go, 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 go. Alright. Cure's done. All we gotta do, guys, is just kill the ads and kill the boss. Everything you got. Keep dots on the boss. I don't give a shit. Kill the ads. Burn. Everything you got now. Everything. Just focus on the ads. Strong heals. Go, go, go. And you notice these ads are dying a little bit quicker than before. People are a little motivated here. Because the curing has been done. Alright, 1 ad in. Come on, guys. 2 more ads to go and we're done. Let's go, 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 go. Very important here, the ground one is tanked a good distance away from the main tank because the spine thingies can, you know, add extra damage to the main tank and you don't want that. So that's why we put the campfire a good distance away. And while this is all happening, again, chanters have been making sure that the messengers never reach the dragon. So it's good focus on everybody. Boom, alright. Beat this guy like he owes you money. Let's go, go, go. Kill it, kill it, kill it. And done. Congratulations. And you see the achievements been here with the cures. Definitely shaking. And quite a few of us got Vanquisher of the expansion. So there's much to be rejoicing. And not gonna lie, before these attempts, we failed, like I said before, we failed at 13 and failed at 10. It's like, oh. And this is just makes it bittersweet. Very good. And claim the AUG. And there it goes, 170 to all. Good stuff. Open up the chest. 2 BPs is pretty sweet, but the ring. And I do award the ring to Allison, you know, so that when he makes it, he could remember his raid leading abilities and pushing us through this one. So congratulations, Allison, on the ring. Yay. Alright, so that's that. And that's the High Priest raid in after patch and how we did Unrepent and got Vanquisher, guys. A bit of a long video, but hopefully folks enjoyed it. And if you guys have any questions or need the genie triggers, please contact me on Discord. I will happily explain it or share any information or questions that you guys may have. Thank you and have a good one, folks. Bye bye.